wanted to do a little bit of a continuation of the last video that I made. I'm not sure if I made a full-length video or if it was just a short that I made, but I was talking about Mark 13 verse 32 to 36. I was talking about what Jesus said a couple of days before he went up and died on a cross for us. And he was basically talking about how each of us are, he's leaving us here with our assigned task. Okay, and we don't want to be caught sleeping when he comes back and not doing our assigned task. And I just wanted to say, I was praying and I just really felt like I needed to make this video. I just wanted to say that this is not something to like be in despair about on a daily basis. Like, what is my assigned task? Like, I must accomplish my assigned task. Because let me tell you, I used to be that way. Most of my life, I've been that way because I felt that there was a task for me to accomplish here, that it was significant, but I did not know exactly what it was. And so, I don't know, that caused me a lot of tension in my life. And you know, not once did I really think about just how a relationship with Jesus and God could actually solve that, which is really silly. But gosh, I used to be so caught up in that. Like, what am I here for? What is my assigned task? I know that I am here for something important. What is it? And I used to trip on that all the time. And you know when I stopped tripping on that is when I actually started having a relationship and I fully surrendered my life to the Lord. I stopped worrying about that so much. Like, that it was lifted from me. I still know that there's something important, but for the first time, I feel like I have a peace about it. I'm actually walking with it. And so I just want to say, you don't have to perform your assigned task. You don't have to, right? Because I just want to make it clear and understood that God doesn't need you. He doesn't need you to finish your assigned task. It's not like the whole story, redemption story, is going to fall apart if you don't perform your assigned task. No, that is not true. But we have to look at it like marriage, because that is what it is so often referred to as. We're often using marriage terminology. Jesus is often using marriage terminology when he's talking about the church. And so think about it just like that. Just like that. So, no, God doesn't need you to do this assigned task. He chose you to do this assigned task. Just like a husband chooses his bride. He can very well go find somebody else to, satisfy whatever it is, the loneliness, and all of that. He can easily go find another woman to do that, but he chose his bride because he thought she was a good fit. And so it's the same situation here with your assigned task. He chose you for something because he knows you are a good fit for it. And it would be good. But guess what? You don't really have to. We can revert back to other scripture and you can make it to heaven. You can barely escape through the flames. You can do that too. You can also just think about it like this. If you don't want to stress about the assigned task thing so much, which you should, think about what Jesus said a chapter earlier in Mark. So I'll read it. Is Mark 12, verse 28, starting at verse 28. One of the teachers of the law came and heard them debating. Noticing that Jesus had given them a good answer, he asked him, "Of all the commandments, which is the most important?" "The most important one," answered Jesus, "is this. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength." So that is the greatest commandment. So forgetting about your assigned task, right? What is the one thing that is the most important thing that God is asking of me? It is to love him. It is to love him with all of your mind, all of your heart, all of your strength, all of your soul, everything. To just love him. Be a Jesus freak, basically. He's saying that is the greatest commandment of them all, is to be a Jesus freak. And so, you don't want to do your assigned task? You want to just focus on the greatest commandment? You can do that. You can do that. But here's the funny thing. It seems like one or the other. So it's like, obviously, if you're performing your assigned task, you're probably loving the Lord your God with all your mind, heart, strength, and all that good stuff. But you can't take one away. So you can't be performing the assigned task without loving God with all your mind, heart, soul, and strength. You can't do that. And you can't even do it this way either. You can't love God with all of your heart, your strength, your soul, but not come into your assigned task. It's impossible. You can't separate the two. So if you focus on anything, focus on surrendering and having a relationship with Jesus Christ. Because as long as you're doing that, you're loving him with all of your heart, you're loving God with all of your heart, your mind, your soul, that's going to bring you to your assigned task. It's amazing. He makes it easy for you. All you have to do is love him, obey, surrender. And it sounds like it's a burden. But do you know until you try it? People do all sorts of things that are extremely burdensome. Like women, they do some things that are extremely burdensome just for the way they look. So how about we just sit and pray and read a book for our inner beauty? Let's say inner beauty. We do much worse things, much more burdensome things for improvement in other areas of our life. If that makes any sense. Anyways, love y'all. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please like, share it, and all that good stuff so I can fulfill my passion of just sharing the word and getting it to people who need to hear it. But peace out, y'all.